Manchester United, we are at a position where we really have to do what we call homogenizing the game.
What the hell does that mean?
Where everything is seamless and everything is flowing and fluid. Okay, so it's not a case of today Cavani is good.
Yeah.
Next week is shit. The next day Rashford is good.
And the next week is shit.
You understand? You see, ni kama kila.
No, I get it. I get what you're trying to say. If they all become good at the same time, they'll be too strong.
Too
Too strong.
strong.
That's more balance.
There's too strong a team.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Onetwo TV, where we discuss football on a weekly basis. Lots of bants, lots of analysis, lots of dumb shit that Saddam might say. Can't rule it out. It's myself, Zuhum. Obviously, we've got the usual culprits in Saddam and Naeem.
What's up?
And today we've got a special guest in the main man, Jalango.
Heavy J Baba himself. I'm in the building. Thank you so much, guys, for inviting me.
Ah, bro, it's lovely to have you here, man.
I appreciate.
Yeah. United fan, by the way. For some reason, you keep repping this zebra shirt as if it's a fashion statement.
Let me tell you something. When that zebra shirt checked in, I knew that this is... so many people did not know even the story about it.
Yeah.
This,
what is the story?
Oh my God,
I don't know the story. What's the story?
Okay.
It is the old and the new fused in together. Yes.
In what way? In what way?
What do you mean in a way?
We need tangulini mulikuwa na rangi za zebra.
Oh man, long time ago. long time ago. You see, you can't ask me a question that you haven't Googled about, innit?
Yes, true. Fair enough, I haven't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go check about the story of that shirt before you criticize
So
it.
the old generation, new generation.
Almost so many years. They are the founding fathers, of the great team.
White and black.
The white and black. Masai Mara represented heavily.
All right, so clear that Saddam, obviously the AC Milan fan. Naeem, I've got two United fans. And considering Arsenal's defeat to the mighty Wolves. Ni mwacheka lakini nyote mtachapwa na Wolves. Nyote. AC Milan mkipatana nao Europa League mtachapwa nao. Anyway, let's get right into it. The big shock. Wacha kucheka, man.
It's for the first time I've heard that. That's what I call the mighty Wolves. The word mighty and Wolves should not be in one sentence. Wolves is Wolves.
Wewe kupatana na Wolves
Si
hapa.
watakuja.
Mtachapwa.
Yaani hao tu kama Southampton.
Tumeoa. Let's not focus on Wolves. Obviously the biggest result, despite United winning, is Arsenal losing, which just shows you how big Arsenal is as a club.
Oh my God.
If you think about it.
For entertainment.
United walifanya comeback kama ya
We're gonna have a
nani?
long time here.
It's gonna be a long time. I prepared.
I need another bottle. I need actually a whole bottle.
Another glass of water. All right, fine. Let's talk about that game, man. You guys have seen it. You've read the stats. You've seen the reaction from Arsenal fans. I feel like let's go around you guys first, and you guys give me your opinions. Who wants to go first, man? Let's go with Saddam. Saddam, you're usually quite abrasive, polarizing. You don't make sense. So let's go with you.
Okay, I think nimesema so many times Arteta is not good enough. And clearly he has no tactics. There's no tactics there. He just has a very good hair.
He does have good hair.
He has a full hair.
That's
literally
amazing hair.
Yes, and then
Lego hair. You know they call him Lego haired boss.
What does that even mean?
You know what you vile Lego wako na nywele hivi. Very straight.
So sets from the beginning, the setup of the game, terrible mindset. Unangalia, he put Willian again. We can all agree that Willian is not good enough. You bought Willian for 0 cents and it feels like bado muligongwa.
That's funny, but I don't know what you guys think about Willian. I still need to give him time.
Let me finish. Arteta, he's out of his depth. There's nothing new he's going to add to Arsenal. You replaced Emery. Emery is number what in La Liga? First?
I don't know. Nah, he's not first anymore.
Exactly.
But he's up there.
Yes. And
at some point he was number 1.
This is your worst start in Arsenal career ever. Since Arsenal started as a football club, this is the worst start ever. So generally, he is the worst manager that ever managed Arsenal.
In the first 10 games.
In the So he's breaking all the records. He's breaking all the bad records. Aubameyang, I have to talk about Aubameyang. Aubameyang, since he signed a contract, he's just been a passenger. And he's earning 350.
375 actually.
375 plus bonus, yeah?
No, that's 375, and then there's the bonuses and the
the
extras.
We all moaned about play Aubameyang katikati, put toa Lacazette, mmepigia 001 kelele sana, toa 001 hapo. Umeweka Aubameyang hapo katikati, still nothing. Umona. And he looks from that game, by the way, if you saw his mentality the whole game, he looks disinterested. He's not interested in playing this club anymore. I think he kind of regrets because there is no way he's playing Champions League with Arsenal again. I don't think so. And I think it's a reality right now to you, even you right now. I'm sure at the back of your head, Joel, that Arsenal is no longer a top 6 club.
Yeah, no, that I agree.
It's no longer a top 6 club, as in, and I don't think it'll change anytime soon because one, I don't think you have the owners to back the manager enough for you to get a decent enough squad. I don't think that will ever be possible.
Jeez, that's quite damning, bro. Like never.
It's never happened. Why
you just spent 45 million on Partey? Never.
That was a desperate move because you couldn't sign Aouar. Well, you know that. You signed him in the last minute. My point is the fact that the board, we all understand the club will never support the manager. Especially a manager who has never coached a team. Sawa? Never. Alikuwa na set cons na kupatana bibs akiwa Man City. Alikuwa anapatia watu maji ya kunywa. Sikiza, let me finish.
Listen. The reason Man City can't defend is because Arteta yuko. The reason Man City can't defend right now, they've lost that organization.
I think I've come to one of the most saddest conversations I've ever thought. Actually thought I was coming to have fun, have a good time. This is almost 10 minutes of my time just wasted talking about and discussing about a useless club. A club that has no future, a club that each and every single day just sends its fan to misery.
Really?
A club that they walk in. You see, as Manchester, we are at a position where happy are those who expect nothing, for they'll never complain if anything come their way. Okay. You understand? But you can't come in with a winning mentality all the time and you know you're going to lose. You understand? We at Manchester, we know we don't have the really, really decent squad, what we want.
What
we used to have.
Yeah.
But we are building a team. And if you've seen Manchester United fans, they've got into a point where let the team get in. Whatever comes our way is what we deserved for that day. You understand? But Arsenal, these guys walk in every day with a winning mentality, left, right, and center, making noise all over. You understand? Then you're beaten again and again and again and again and again. Okay, now, last weekend was even worse. Now, let's talk about Arteta.
It was 4 against.
Now, let me tell you something about Arteta. The biggest problem with Arteta is one, players thinks that they are age mates and everything.
Aubameyang anamcheki mjamani nishonini.
Umse ananiambia. Unajua hata kivaa jezi za Arsenal unajua atacheza tu. Anaweza cheza. So there's no that fatherly command. You understand? There's no that I don't know how to put it, but the whole team just lacks guidance. You understand? They just see that one of us shows up to tell us what.
I think
it's a very sad thing, man.
Arteta has definitely turned Arsenal into robots.
Guy.
Mngecheza hiyo game mara mbili amgefunga. As in, like you just looked like you guys were just doing the same thing over and over again.
Yani I'm talking about Abu because you see you know what?
That's the problem, man.
What happened is once he signed his contract, this guy, I don't know what happened. He just changed and he can't do the magic he used to do.
See, he was advised by Ozil. Sign contract lafu utulie. Si hata Ozil analipo 350.
Ozil I'm not an Arsenal fan, but what that guy is going through shouldn't be, even to your worst enemy. You shouldn't.
Salala. Kwani mjamaa kojela?
You know.
The guy is over here influencing on social media.
How do you pay someone? How do you pay me 350,000 and then just let me stay at home? That's very unfair to me.
It's one of the most saddest things. But anyway, if it were me, I would have loved it. You understand? But if you've seen the passion Ozil always has for the beautiful game, you know the frustration is going through. Sometimes money is not enough. Not enough.
It's not everything.
No, money is not everything. It's the only thing. So I don't know how to explain his situation, but I think for the passion and the love he has for football, what is going through right now is the most saddest thing any person would ever go.
And to be honest,
as a dramatic man,
and to be honest, he loves the club.
He loves the club.
He loves Arsenal.
Yeah,
Football
Gunners,
Club.
yeah.
And on his prime, like when you guys mlikuwa mnamweka na kina all the worst players, he's al persevere. He played with all your worst players.
Saved you guys. No, worst players is there anytime they've ever had a good player.
Nini bana?
No, see, you know, you're here talking about that.
See, we choppered you guys 1-0 at home.
He said the mighty Wolves.
But do you think Ozil and Eza solve easy issues? The Arsenal side.
The Arsenal's creativity.
Arsenal.
Hata akicheza.
I know Ozil peke yake.
Hawezi.
But okay, look, you guys are talking about the board, right?
You need a new striker.
We have a coach, Mikel Arteta.
Really?
No, but you guys were saying you guys just mentioned about the investments from the board, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like more recently, we've been spending money, and they seem convinced that Arteta is the right man. Isn't that the right thing? That they're gonna back him now apparently in January we're about to sign 2 players.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're gonna be good players, but I can't guarantee it.
See, when Willian was leaving Chelsea. You understand? Can you remember his performance in that last season? He was with Chelsea. Was very good. Very good.
It was one of the best in his last
top,
3-4 years.
You understand? But then you come and meet people in a team.
Chelsea na Bellerin, jamaa attacking shati.
Maze, wa.
Shati suruali kwa kifua.
Hata Maldini alikuwa na attacking shati.
Anafuka ni kama na dance lingala.
So now Arsenal have no hope for you guys. Huh?
No, Arsenal is top 8 to top 10 club. That's it.
Top 10.
At most.
Top 10 wamejaribu sana.
Wamejaribu. I'm just giving the Ujama is kind of nice to me sometimes. Top 10. Okay. Top 10 mko sawa.
Mimi naona wakimaliza top 10 if they buy players in January, because Partey is out for 9 games.
For the whole of December.
There's no creativity. So if they get players in January,
my players were Arsenal.
Hata mimi sasa
wajui
tuheshimu wewe.
Okay, sorry.
Utaheshimu bwana.
Timu ndogo hiyo.
Mimi najua kuna Aubameyang ule na ule mwingine anafanana na Joho ule Lacazette. Na ule
001.
001. That's my guy. Boss, how you doing? I'll send him this clip.
You're going to be finished, Checky. Now, listen. Seriously, when it comes to Arsenal right now, when you look at that squad, wallahi kusema ukweli, kuna players from the championship, second division, wanaingia hiyo squad. Your first 11, wanaingia. Guys like Todd Cantwell wa Norwich, kama Buendia, Norway championship players, they can make that first 11.
But
that shows you that Arteta doesn't have the right players to work with.
No, the irony,
you think?
The irony is your team is the 4th highest paid.
Yeah.
So
bad management.
They know. They know. Okay, and then also the value of the players. Pepe was 70 million. Aubameyang was 50 something. 001 was 50 something. Those are not cheap players.
Those are not cheap players. First, you don't have cheap players. You have very good players. Only that you do not know how to use them, and they do not know how to work.
In fact, you guys might have the same problem Manchester United are having in terms that you have players on big wages. So obviously, to sell them, move them on like in a Lacazette, no one wants to pay those wages for him. Yeah. So even like moving him on is going to be an issue.
Pay them. Nobody wants him to play for them.
So damn name right. We're paying Champions League wages for a team that doesn't even look like they're going to make Europa League next
Division
season.
3.
So okay. So for you, it's Arteta out, eh? Ushanza.
No. From 2-3 months ago, there's nothing.
He doesn't deserve to be given time.
He's guessing.
He's won the FA Cup and the Community Shield.
That means nothing.
What do you mean it means nothing?
It means nothing. Portsmouth walishinda FA Cup na wapi?
Of course, they went into administration.
Exactly.
So as an industry.
That could be
as part of the industry.
That could be your path.
Because of anything.
That could be your path.
Bro, we have rich owners. They're about to spend money, man. They told us we're, believe.
Well, I'll tweet. Who's that?
Believe. He said, be ready for something big. Ata Fabrizio Romano, that guy for transfers, he said Arsenal are about to do something special in the January transfer window. Last two January transfer windows, you know what we said? Manager alitoka hivi press conference, we don't have money, man. We went and signed Dennis Suarez on loan. Remember Dennis Suarez? That Spanish
bought-
player.
You
You
also
signed him
bought
on loan for 5 million.
Dennis-
And he spent most of the time at Arsenal injured. Kabla Rudi. We paid 5 million loan. fee.
Pablo Mari.
Pablo Mari is still, he's an Arsenal player. Saliba tunamtuma back on loan.
So you're buying players, but you're just not using them.
But these were bought by Raul Sanye, Don Raul. Wakumbuka umjamaa?
That's like a few months ago.
Alikula pesa za Pepe. Sawa. The owners realized, nah, this guy is he's clearly doing some funny business. You know,
He also signed Willian in his apartment.
Tenderpreneur.
Sindio?
Aona sasa. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, the deal Willian, he was signed in his apartment.
Yeah, but you see that one, to be fair, Arteta said I want Willian. So
Also, Arteta said he begged Xhaka to stay. Sindio?
yeah, I don't
And
think
Xhaka is one of your worst players.
he's
And
one
he
of our
extended
worst players.
Ceballos' contract.
Worst
No, it's
players,
just
who's
an
best?
extra deal.
By the way,
Yes.
it's,
You
it's
keep
such
on
a
saying that
yeah.
somebody's worst. Who is the best?
Saka. You don't rate Saka?
Manze.
He's
No,
better than Daniel James.
Yeah.
He's better than Daniel James, I
What about
guarantee.
with
it.
Greenwood?
I don't know who that is. Toka wapi mjamaa? Mason Greenwood.
Aumjui?
Ako sawa?
Aumjui?
Bado mapema lakini.
Yeah.
Is he better than Gabriel Martinelli?
100%.
Ah, you're mad.
Ashafunga bao
Jurgen
Champions
Klopp
League.
said that's one
He's
of the
already-
greatest talents of this generation.
Greenwood
Daniel
ashafunga
Greenwood.
bao Champions League.
Martinelli, he doesn't know who
You
Greenwood is.
cannot chat to me, man.
Gabriel Martinelli, Jurgen Klopp alitoka akasema this kid will be a generational talent. Na nimko hapa niambia Greenwood. Atimbao Green. Kind of, man. That was a shit
That
joke.
was a terrible joke.
yeah,
We
yeah,
apologize.
yeah.
We
I don't need
apologize.
to talk
We apologize for
about
that joke.
All right, fine. So Arsenal shit, and you guys think they're dead. Cool. I'll still have hope. Arteta in. Don't worry, guys.
No,
Have hope, man.
I think they're
Trust
I
the
think
process.
I think we need to give Arteta some more time.
You don't think like Saddam? You just sack him.
No, just because Twitter is just so much more interesting when he's the coach. So
Shenzi, yeah.
tumpatie time. At least he's on moda.
Yeah, sawa. Let's talk about United then.
Wow.
Nini wewe?
Wow.
Tuanze na Saddam. Saddam, what do you think? What did you think of the
Cavani's
game?
better than Ibrahimovic.
I think Manchester United are the complete opposite of Arsenal in such a way that it's just individual performances. One week it's Bruno, one week it's Cavani.
Wow.
There's no team effort.
Oh, mjamaa yosema Fred yuko.
There's always one player who plays very well and the rest are shit. Before Cavani saved you guys, for the last 6-8 months, it's only Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, watch ball kweli.
It's Bruno Fernandes.
You see,
watch football.
Manchester United, we are at a position where we really have to do what we call homogenizing the game,
What the hell does that mean?
where everything is seamless and everything is flowing and fluid. Okay, so it's not a case.
Homogenized.
It's not a case of today Cavani is good.
Yeah.
Next week is shit. The next day Rashford is good.
And the next week is shit.
Kila mtu
You
ana
understand?
tani yake.
You see, ni kama kila
No, I get it. I get what you're trying to say.
You
If they all become good at the same time, it'll be
same
too
time.
strong.
They
Too
will be
strong.
too
That's
strong
more
a
balance.
team. There's too strong
I
a
get,
team.
I get.
So because even if you were to put up that team and you just line them up and you see that squad, you know very well that this is a dope ass squad.
Okay,
Nah, it's
okay,
not,
wait.
man.
Daniel
It's
James,
not a dope ass.
Daniel James wiki yake ni gani?
Eh?
Wiki ya Daniel James ni gani?
ilikuwa last week alifungia
Ashafunga bao
Wales.
yake.
Alifungia Wales akatufungia Champions League pia.
Alifunga bao yake na ukumbuke.
Ishapita.
Usijali, Naima atatoa roster.
Schedule, kuna
Utapewa
schedule.
zake.
But I think
Hii wiki ilikuwa Cavani,
very
next
soon,
week
eh?
itakuwa mtu
Hiyo-
mwingine.
hiyo tu kutrain pamoja most of the time kila siku pole pole. You understand? I think from January we look really good.
Nah,
Are
but
you
boys,
a
but
GSM?
boys, seriously, we looked good against Southampton.
Did you?
We did.
Not the.
Let me tell you something.
If it wasn't for those set pieces, if let's say James Ward-Prowse was not a Southampton player.
What is that?
Does
How?
that even
What?
mean?
James
Let's say Bruno Fernandes was an
Ward-Prowse.
Arsenal player.
No, as in if he didn't have that technical ability, I'm just saying
If
that
Bruno
they
didn't have a brain,
Well, man,
let's
Wow,
not.
man.
Take
No
it
one's
as
taking
if.
far. That's the problem with this guy. I don't know.
Let's not put F's here.
No, but yeah, it's true. Let's not
All
put
right,
ifs.
now-
man.
Okay, so no ifs. But there were isolated situations.
To me, OGS is, I think,
No,
is the
it's-
most lucky guy.
He's not.
He's just lucky.
He's not lucky.
Let me tell you,
Jalango tulicheza diamond
Diamond formation.
formation.
Wow.
Tulipress vizuri.
Ehe.
Tulitia we added pressure,
Pressure.
sheer pressure,
Eh.
and we won the game.
Big shout out to El Matador himself, Cavani.
Gunman Cavani.
Gunman.
Nah, man. Can we edit this part out, Mr. Editor? Please.
Did you see his Instagram? He called his friend Negrito.
And
Come
then,
on.
the funny thing is, his friend is actually
He called
white.
he called his white friend Negrito.
So apparently, Spanish people, they show terms of endearment by people's hair.
Hair
Sawa mimi
color,
sijui
hair
watatuita nini mimi nawe.
color. Spanish for kipara.
Is what? The point is, they're gonna have to come up with a different color for bald people. Anyway, it's supposed to be a term of endearment, but surely the guy knows in this world, guys are doing Black Lives Matter campaign. You can't just be saying words.
I mean, you just kneeled at the beginning of the game.
Kinua mkono, you know, like come on,
No,
man.
come on.
I mean,
guy.
maybe it's a cultural difference. Maybe just give him
No,
benefit of
he's
doubt.
just settling down in the UK. Pole pole.
He's never seen black people.
Kwani hakucheza na Idrissa Gana Gay wewe kwenda zako na Kimpembe? You're a white guy. Nah, but honestly, I feel like players should have that kind of responsibility. Hata kama you don't, because I bet Edinson Cavani doesn't speak English.
I bet you 100%.
No, not
he
yet,
does
not yet.
100% he
Not
doesn't
yet.
speak
Yeah.
English,
He
right?
does not,
And
yeah.
and that's the thing. People think English is that universal, but for some of these Latin countries, right, Latin speaking
they
people,
totally don't.
they don't engage in that, man.
There's a time we had gone to Madrid, and
Ilikuwa noma.
tulikuwa tunataka kula mbuzi, ikabidi
Wallahi.
tukagoogle tukamwonyesha chakata
Ni sawa.
iko.
But okay, so your OGS in, or you just think he's lucky?
OGS, man. Even when you put that guy in a minute, is just this guy who makes everybody happy. In another, he just screws up things in a way that you don't even know. Sometimes he walks in and you see some hope. Then the day he comes confident is the day tunapigwa kama mwizi wa kibeti. You see? So I don't know where to put OGS, but OGS in for me.
Okay, but you don't believe OGS is the one that will take you to the level of winning titles?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He's our coach for now, but for titles, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, there was a lot of conversation just before he started turning the results around. There was, even Pochettino alitoka, akaonekana hapo Sky Sports, I'm back in the game, I'm managing, he's essentially letting guys know that he's ready to manage. There was a lot of conversation about Pochettino to Man United. Would you take him?
I would anytime.
Wallahi.
Wallahi.
Ndo mchapwe 2-0 na Liverpool pale Champions League final.
Niko kabisa.
No, but why Pochettino? He's never won anything.
There's something about Pochettino.
That's something
Which
he
is-
and him and Arteta don't have in common. Arteta's won things.
One what?
FA Cup na Community Shield, wasema nini? FA Cup na Community Shield kwani si kitu? Walileta TV hapo bana. Nini? I swear to God, man.
TV gani?
Huh?
TV gani?
No, as in it's a tournament. It's watched by millions. Tulichapa Chelsea, tulichapa Man City on the way. Sheffield United tuliwachapa. Liverpool tuliwachapa Community Shield hadi Sadio Mane akaanza kulia bana. Hukuona? I'm telling you, man, he's won things.
No. But Jalas, Pochettino, what is it? What's special about him that you like?
There's a way. It might not be a title kind of coach or manager, but truth is, if he had a good team, okay, a better team than what he had at Spurs, he would have gone really far with that team. But because he had an average, some of them were very good. So Spurs was not a balanced team.
Yeah.
You're either extremely good or uko
You're
mbaya
right.
kabisa.
You're right. United
Understand?
had a better squad than Spurs.
Yes. So if Pochettino can get a very good squad, then I think he can be a title coach, a manager.
I'm assuming, Basi, that means you were disappointed when you guys sacked Mourinho because Mourinho is the title manager.
You see, showbiz ni madrama na kila kitu na kuanguka chini. Mourinho is a good coach, but Felix anaweza kuonyesha mambo. That is my namesake. I'm Felix.
Oh.
He's Felix.
Okay.
Man, Mourinho.
Felix.
Jose Felix Mourinho.
Asante.
Hata sikuwa najua anaitwa Felix.
You didn't know?
Sikuwa najua.
Haukuwa na contract yake siku alipost mara moja Instagram?
Yeah, his name on Instagram, I think,
Really?
Felix.
Yes, it's Felix.
Oh, nice. Okay, I
Yeah.
did not know that. But Mourinho, man, when you compare, for example, let's talk about Tottenham, right? That's a club that needed that kind of manager, right? Immediately they look like a team that could challenge for the league this season. Pochettino, of course, he didn't have the right players. And I'm sure if he looks at Martial, Rashford, and all these guys, I think he'll be very excited to work with those guys, man. So, I don't know, man. I feel like you need to be
For
OGS
me-
out. Get Pochettino and Mshinda
For me, Pochettino hasn't done anything that OGS hasn't done. Like they both haven't won trophies.
Wako tu.
Champions League final with a very weak team. That's kind of an achievement.
And that was
kinda.
that was a freak Champions
It
League
was a shit
season.
Champions League final.
It wasn't a typical Champions League season. Kipata
Let me
final between Liverpool were very good, but Spurs surely I don't think.
But for them to get to that point, that tells you they were
The
very
Ajax
strong.
comeback, that was one of the best games.
Yeah.
From our
I can see
And,
that.
and also consider that they, with the help of VAR, maybe they beat
City.
City on the way there as well.
No,
So
but it was an offside. There's nothing wrong with AVR. They made the right decisions. You know, there's nothing.
that's
there's
what
no
people suggest. But if you consider that he beat City on the way to get to that Champions League final, it's not like he didn't deserve to be there.
But speaking of Mourinho and Spurs, if he wins the title, because he has a good chance.
He won't.
He has a chance,
He won't.
right?
He won't.
So there's this question, Jalas.
Imagine
Jalas,
Arsenal fan discussing Mourinho
Listen.
winning the
Jalas,
title with Spurs.
Naim
That's mad.
and Jalas.
Yeah.
I have this question. Mourinho akishinda title na Tottenham for the first time ever. Me, I think he's going to be the greatest ever in Premier League, above Sir Alex.
Wow. Are you crazy?
Sir Alex Ferguson, who won 13 Premier League titles.
Are you
With one
crazy?
club, that means nothing.
Yeah, with one club means it's harder to do because
Wow.
you have to keep
No.
restarting.
Listen,
Wow.
You have to keep your ideas fresh
crazy, bro?
for 20 years.
Undo
Can you
ankualika,
imagine?
sindo? Undo ankualika.
Eh.
I don't know how you accept it, to be honest.
No, genuine question.
Did,
Like,
did you hear what you said?
no, listen,
Sir
Sir Alex
Alex
works. Listen, Mourinho is also. He has achieved a lot of things that Sir Alex couldn't. Sir Alex is in a Porto win
Mourinho has
Champions
been
League.
sacked twice.
Sir Alex, I mean, Champions League, how many finals with he was
You're
shaking
right.
because of Messi.
You're right. Mourinho has obviously accomplished things Sir Alex has never.
He went to
accomplished.
Inter
He's been
and
sacked
won
twice,
everything.
bro.
I guess it's similar to the arguments people try and make for CR7 versus Messi.
Yeah.
Because CR7 went and did in different countries with different teams, right? And maybe that's the yardstick.
The question we can
But
ask the same
but has
questions.
Messi been
Can
sacked?
Fergie? No, listen. Can
Has CR7 ever been
being a
sacked from
player,
his job?
and coach is different. Listen, being a player and coach is different. Coaches are sacked, players are not. Listen,
Players can be sacked.
yeah, it cannot be sacked unless you're Ozil. Onam.
What's that kind of leave? What's that kind of leave? Forced leave, I don't know what it's called.
Paid leave.
Yeah,
Paid
let's
leave.
go with paid leave.
Listen, Messi. People argue that Messi cannot do it in Premier League. We can also say Fergie cannot win La Liga. Fergie cannot win a Serie A.
Yeah, because he
That's-
speaks Scottish.
He's always been in one team, one league, same environment, everything the same. The
Because-
same people who argue Ronaldo
Beating
is a
everybody who's
better.
been changing everything. Eh?
Sorry?
But those are two different industries.
Yeah,
man.
plus, didn't he beat Jose Mourinho?
So many
Not
times.
really.
Yeah, he did, I think.
So many times. He beat just so many times.
But that means, what was I
And
mean?
he also beat
is that?
AC
What do you
Milan.
mean?
No,
What do you mean?
I mean,
And he
if-
also beat AC Milan very many times.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
No, we also beat you so many times as well.
Yeah, but
Oh, it's
you're-
getting
so-
personal now.
No.
It's
So
getting
this,
personal.
No.
so this
We
point
have
of yours of not doing it in other countries.
Beating-
Didn't Manchester United play in other countries?
Beating someone, listen, beating someone.
in a tournament that includes teams from other countries.
Yeah,
And we won that
Chapa
tournament.
Italians,
and
wali
we,
chapa
and
ma
we won that.
Spanish.
And we won that
Listen, he
tournament
played Champions League.
twice.
He's won it twice.
Yes.
Sawa.
So
Someone like Ancelotti has won it twice as well.
yeah.
Are
but
we saying
your-
Ancelotti is the
your-
same as Fergie? No.
But your argument of doing it in other countries
That is what doesn't make sense.
does not make sense.
Listen, Messi has won Champions League, but we also say Messi cannot perform well in Premier League. Messi cannot perform in La
To be
Liga.
fair-
Sorry, Serie A.
To be fair, I think to Saddam's point, if Jose Mourinho wins it with Spurs, that in and of itself is a freaking miracle. Because those guys never win anything.
That's what I'm saying. Do we now consider him better than Fergie?
Never ever.
Okay. Oh, question.
Okay.
There was an answer.
Can we move on?
Hey, you guys are annoyed at each other, man. You know who else was annoyed by someone from the media? Jurgen Klopp, man. Mulichekio argument na yule interviewer.
Yeah, he was pissed.
Why though? But that's the thing. You see, like initially he started saying, the TV guys or the broadcasters, not you specifically, but the TV guys. He started. How do you guys put us in the same game as like 12:30 early kickoff? Afternoon kickoff. Na kila saa mnaambiwa ogopa early kickoff. Sindio? Ogopeni early kickoff. Even Man United, they got early kickoff, but they won. OGS complained just like Klopp. You don't think he has a case
I don't
that
think he
they
has a
shouldn't
case.
be given early kickoffs, considering they play Champions League? Some guy like Chris Wilder, for example, he mentioned him in that interview. I'll show this guy Chris Wilder's.
He has 3 subs and 1 point.
Yeah, he's complaining about the 5 subs rule being implemented, right? But he only has 1 point.
Maybe maybe it's 5 subs. He's gonna get 0.
That's the point. You see, now Chris Wilder makes it seem, or many people make it seem rather, that because these top clubs, especially the clubs that are playing in Europe, because they want 5 sub rule, that they want some sort of advantage when they bring someone. They have a lot more squad depth. They have a lot more resources compared to someone like Sheffield United or Brighton or any of these guys.
Or Arsenal.
But isn't it more to protect the players from being overplayed in such a cramped schedule?
Yes, a cramped schedule will always make fatigue checks in.
Yeah.
And definitely football is not some game that you want to play when you're fatigued.
Of course.
Also, these are the things that sent people like Czech home, the goalkeeper himself. Because you're here at 30 what?
Yeah, he was 36, 37.
Competing with Rashford at 19. Mbio tu unapigiwa huku unaruka huku ball inaingia huku. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you want to come up a schedule for these players. Definitely fatigue will check in. You understand? So early kickoffs are crazy. Most of the people have just played Champions Leagues and they've been on the pitch. So late kickoffs anytime, any day. But then great teams like Manchester, whether early, late, tomorrow, next week, whatever, tuko ndani na tunapiga mtu na
mlipiga Everton hivyo hivyo. You guys had come early kickoff, mshinda, mko complain mkishinda, si ndio? Mli complain mkishinda, so it's fine.
No, but Klopp has a point. And
I think
senses.
People need to be sensitive.
No, he wants the late kickoffs on Saturday. Ama?
No, he wanted the game to be moved at least even to 3:30 or 5:30.
What will 3-4 hours? What difference does it
makes
make?
a difference. It makes a difference.
That's enough rest.
So ni mchezaji
3 hours.
unajua.
Enough rest.
He's not a mchezaji.
Wewe ni mchezaji
No,
unajua.
he
Oh yeah.
It doesn't
Fair
mean-
point. Yeah, maybe mchezaji. Yeah, it makes sense. That's how.
What about for example the temporary sub rule? When
How
players
does that
get-
work?
Like for example, David Luiz and Jimenez. See, they got into a massive clash of heads. Now Jimenez has a fractured skull. David Luiz got concussed. So they're suggesting that because, for example, David Luiz got concussed, he should have a temporary sub, aingie, if David Luiz is deemed ready
Fit.
to play again after doing those concussion tests, he should be allowed to play. But
In the same game?
in the same game,
yeah, but
another
this
call people are making for is free subs for any players who've been injured in the head. Free subs.
That makes more sense.
Because it's a collision. A lot of the times it's collision. Nobody hurts somebody else using their head on purpose.
The second one makes more sense because even football is about momentum. So imagine unaambia Saddam wewe cheza hadi umse asikie poa. Alafu akisikia poa,
Wewe utatoka.
So it doesn't work. Even the guy who's coming on.
Madharau mingi.
Even the guy who's coming on.
It's true. Ina madharau. Kwani mimi siwezi endelea?
Kwani mimi ni mnyonge yake?
Nimeshikilia tu hapa. Unafanya nini?
When
Sichezi nimeshikilia.
Anarudi sasa hivi. Anakama.
Okay, sasa tuseme umeingizwa. Umepiga 3 minutes, yule jamaa anasema nasikia kichwa. So unatoka na mazee.
Okay, what about the free sub rule? The free sub rule, in my opinion, should be implemented as soon as possible. Mtu akigonga kichwa. And it's a dangerous thing. Right now we don't know, for example, if Raul Jimenez is going to come back to football the way he used to be.
Yeah.
You've seen guys retire from these kind of injuries. You've seen guys never come back. And for example, Petr Cech, hakutoa helmet. I think right now he's even walking around with a helmet.
Jimenez
boss.
that have a helmet. Jimenez that have a helmet.
Jimenez lazima have a helmet. Even David Luiz, for example. David Luiz continued, and he was bandaged up, right?
Yeah.
But for example, immediately I thought to myself, hey, can this guy really head the ball? And that's some of the most frequent things you do as a central defender. Heading. So it's just unnecessary. I don't know why we can be forgiving. Jamaa ameumia kichwa. Let this guy come off. It's a free sub. This guy still has three substitutions.
But okay, do you think Arteta wanted to leave Luiz because of the sub rule? I don't think so. I think he thought he was okay.
No, he was told by the protocol set in place by the Premier League that he's okay. You saw the concussion test being taken out, right? And we've reports have come out on Sky now that what's it called? The Heads Up campaign or something. It's an organization set up to support guys.
Protect heads.
Yeah, essentially. essentially. In so like fewer words, let's just say that. They said, for example, we don't think those tests are sufficient. They're not enough to determine whether someone has actually been concussed or not.
The truth is, as a player, ukipigwa kichwa, toka tu.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth going back. It's not worth it. Totally, it's not worth it. Just get some rest. Upone urudi.
It's never worth it.
Yeah.
It's never worth it.
Kama Ozil analipwa na hachezi, siwe pia utapona tu alafu utalipwa tu.
Ulicheki game ya Chelsea Tottenham?
Sikucheki na sitaki kucheki.
Okay, mjamaa ameringa. Wacha niongee na Saddam na Naim basi.
It was an okay game. It was an okay
Wasn't
game.
it?
Such a boring game.
Wallahi it was.
Immediately 22th minute, ni 22th ama 20. All right, that one. Nikasema wacha nitoke hapa.
Ni kama walikuwa wanaogopana. Tactically speaking, the players, the attacking players, nobody really
did anything fantastic to be watched in that game. Football is entertainment. If it lacks that aspect of entertainment, then why are we even watching?
Naim, you mentioned it yesterday on our podcast. You said this is a typical Jose Mourinho performance. He has amazing attacking players who are very, very on form. They're on fire, so to speak. But he goes in there and he's happy with a draw. And he's sitting deep and counterattacking. What do you guys
The only
think?
positive I can take from that game is Katzuma and Thiago Silva were able to hold Hurricane and so on. That was a good performance by them. I liked, and then also another side, I liked this Eric Dyer and that other kid. They played well.
Rodon.
Yeah.
Rodon.
Regulon alipocket Ziyech mpaka katolewa. So those are the small things I can take out of it. But attacking wise, I would say it was a good defensive massacre from both teams. Both teams defended really well because you could see Hurricane trying to get passes in, but Thiago Silva was also reading the passes.
Yeah.
On the other end, you can also see that Eric Dyer played really well. Considering he's a midfielder turned defender by Mourinho. Playing with an amateur kid, the second game in Premier League. Hello. Yeah. So that's one thing I can take out. And then also a good save by Lloris at the end of the game.
Yeah, there was a great save by them. I honestly expected more from Hakim Ziyech. And just to move on to someone else who's very similar to Hakim, Riyad Mahrez at Man City, man. 5-0 Burnley. I don't know if you guys saw, but that's Riyad Mahrez has one more Premier League hat-trick than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Wow.
Ronaldo akona moja peke yake.
Oh, wow.
Mahrez akona mbili. What does that say?
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
You're the greatest number 7.
That's
ever.
so good for
He's
him.
even better than George Best.
That's so good for him.
Wacha matusi sasa.
Wacha ishi hapa.
Wacha matusi
Wacha ishi
hapo
hapa.
tumekata.
All right, let's talk about Man City Burnley because just before that game, okay, not just before, but like before that game, they played 4 times in the Premier League at home at the Etihad. And on those 4 occasions, they were beaten 5-0.
So they have 20-0 for the last 4 games.
29.
I think between them, those aggregate scores is 29-2.
29-2, yeah. It should be 29-2.
Waona sasa.
And that Burnley, the week after next week, itawatandika. Just so you know.
Hey.
We'll see. You will see.
Shut up, bro. What did you guys like about that game, man? Because 5-0, are you hoping Man City's back?
Back from where?
Okay, you don't get to answer this question.
All right.
As a City hater,
Okay.
more than a United fan.
No. I'm not just. I was at when I went to watch the game at Old Trafford. It was one of the best games.
It was Man City.
No. Man United Leicester.
Okay.
Remember when if Leicester won that game, they actually would have taken the trophy at Old Trafford. At Old Trafford.
Okay.
And it was one of the most craziest atmospheres ever. And that was the second time I was going to Old Trafford.
Eish.
So
The first time when?
The first time,
Mulichapwa na Arsenali 2006.
no. Watch it. Me went at Old Trafford, bus.
Sawa.
Okay, so
There's so many games, but
so there's so many games. So
Season ticket holder.
okay, let me tell you one thing.
Yeah.
Even the first time when I walked in at Old Trafford,
Yep.
it was one of the biggest mistakes we've ever done.
Ulimbao.
You know wacha kumbao.
Mimi naweza mbao.
Wewe unaongea kumbao tu.
Mimi na mbao.
Wewe unaongea kumbao tu. So
You guys are disgusting.
we walk in and we are wearing our jerseys and everything.
Yeah.
Kumbe the client who had paid for our tickets had paid for the special VIP tickets, and you can't go walk in without your suit and jacket. So we had to leave again, go and get our jackets and suits and everything to come back. I have photos of myself
oh my god.
wearing suits inside.
Missing
I
out.
said never ever again. So the second time we're going, I knew what was.
Fans,
I knew everything.
Na unajua VIP box ya Arsenal hata unaweza ingia na shots.
That's not true. That isn't true. Sawa. That's not actually true. That is actual lies,
So
guys.
when I walked in, we were in the suits then. Then they opened the stadium. What? You've never seen anything. You've never ever seen anything like that. Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. Old Trafford,
My fans, Nibo Zao.
bro.
Then when they score,
Do you know Leicester? I think that day I heard they only give 3,000 tickets for visiting team, right? Old Trafford capacity is 75,000.
Yeah.
So you have 3,000 people against 72,000 people.
Okay.
So whatever noise you make, you can't hear anything.
Alafu
You
pia,
get what I mean?
Man United fans pia ni mahooligans.
Mbaya sana. Hapa watu wa Gor Mahia mi waona wanaangalia hivyo wanasema, "Wow,
Hakuna
these
kitu."
people- this is
is
child
nothing.
play. This is child play. What we see here,
Yeah.
this is child play. It's only that those are hooligans who are organized. Now, let me tell you something else. Maybe another observation. Wow, those guys make crazy money on a game, and that's why players are able to be paid like that. Like that day we were there, it was such a prime game. The cheapest ticket was around 26,000. Na that one ni kama umekaa juu ya KICC huko juu.
Kongo na baridi.
Yani inafaa hata baridi hakuna, wewe enda Old Trafford. I know you love Manchester, but safiri kijana. So
Nalikuwa UK, by the way. He never actually went.
You never went to Old Trafford?
What a useless.
I used to.
Alienda Emirates.
I used to go to Emirates and stuff.
why?
Because Old Trafford imezeka.
Because I used to live in London, Manchester ilikuwa mbali kidogo.
No. Funny, what's 4 hours?
6 hours. 6 hours.
It's 4. So we went to the shop is just down there. The club
The
shop.
official United store, yeah.
Yeah. The queues alone to that place. The queue. It's like from here to Ruaka. Ni refu, watu wananunua majazi. Unajua? Just your time ilikuwa sijui do ngapi.
Mzee tuko Rongai.
Maze alafu the museum. They told us you have to come next week. You
That's
can't
where
come.
they're going to put Alex Ferguson. Sorry.
What's wrong with this guy, man? He's such a sadist. What? Bro, the one
Mnapenda
thing,
hivyo kama
Tunaongea
Mungu.
nini hapa? Tunaongea nini
the
hapa?
scarf of the day, eh?
Yeah.
Or you have the
Oh, yeah, they have the
visiting-
match, the actual
the
match, yeah.
You understand? The actual match. That thing was costing around 5K. Okay?
scarf.
Yes. And
Wow.
Doesn't even
and
keep you warm.
and the whole almost half of the whole stadium had it. and it was 5 Gs. From the scarves alone, I was saying like, let's say 50,000 people have it.
That is ridiculous.
Can you imagine at 5 Gs? That is scarves alone. Then the tickets, it's crazy. From a match, those guys were doing like almost 2B. One match.
One match.
Nani
That is
Leicester.
ridiculous.
Now imagine
Nani Leicester.
Champions League matches.
And then you see, another thing I realized, there are not so many Manchester United fans in Manchester.
Most of them are
City fans. You understand?
Wait,
So if you come, most of the guys travel to Manchester, okay? Bro, if you don't have an hotel by, 6 p.m. a day before the match, utalala huko nje kwa mtaro. Because people travel to watch. It's packed, it's crazy. It's an atmosphere there. I think I've been to heaven.
Honestly,
I've been to heaven.
whether I like it or not, especially as an Arsenal fan, you can't compare the Emirates Stadium atmosphere compared to the Old Trafford atmosphere.
True.
And of course you're right. It helps with organized hooliganism. That these guys have the right songs, they have the right moves. They always organize themselves in such a way that they support the team no matter what.
Yeah.
Wow.
Arsenali, bro, there's a lot of
Emirates,
big shots.
Emirates, you're not allowed to
Pale,
stand.
watu wako na pesa za London, unajua? They're just chill, wametulia, which is any game to furahi.
Apparently, Emirates, you're not allowed to stand. You're supposed to sit unless there's a goal or something.
No, but many of those stadiums now, they've been asking for safe standing ever since Arsene Wenger times. They're not allowed to stand, but it doesn't mean you can't shout from.
He's from Syria. Wanasimamanga
Juu
huko.
wanapanda fence msee. Nini wewe? Fala wewe Ibrahimovic.
No, but see, that is what atmosphere comes from, not sitting down.
It's true, fair enough.
I get it.
Let's keep things moving, right? When we discuss Riyad Mahrez, especially when you have Hakim Ziyech, who did nothing in that game, it kind of feels like Riyad Mahrez looks over the other side, Minta Kuonesha. Premier League hat-trick, Kevin De Bruyne played really well. Mendy got on the score sheet.
Fernandinho came back halftime.
Yep.
That's
So
a good return.
Of course, he's better than Rodri even at his big age.
Yeah.
Is this a case of Man City back, or is it just because Burnley are so poor?
I think it's Burnley up poor. Considering they've been
course, yes,
5-0,
Burnley.
5-0.
5-0.
Nothing changes.
But don't you think sometimes you need that kind of win to really get things going?
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see next
It can
weekend.
bring that confidence, but then we have to wait. The next weekend, we see what they are able to do.
But also,
When is their next game, by the way?
It's probably on Saturday because of
Saturday.
the Champions League team.
Yeah.
Last
Last
week,
week-
Europa League teams touches Sunday.
last week against was it Olympiacos?
Yeah.
They played well also.
Yeah, they
So
also
I think
quite a number of
I
goals,
think the form
Okay,
is
what
coming
time are
back
we
for City.
discussing Cavani? Before we close it down.
Basi anza. Anza, Cavani umefurahi naye. He's not like Igalo.
Everyone.
He's not like Falcao.
Everyone is old. The people who age like fine wine.
Asante.
And El Matador himself showed you that one.
Should he start?
As an assist and 2 goals.
Should he start? Should he bench Martial?
Starting would take time, definitely, because we have young, brilliant players who have the strength to hold the game the whole time.
Yeah.
But then an early sub for him would work.
60 minutes hapo.
That's 16 at an late.
Jalas unakumbuka
46
Henrik Larsson vile tulikuwa tunamtumia, you just bring him on 65th minute ama 70th minute,
He does his
he
thing.
does his thing, anafunga bao mbili.
Actually, he might have a chance because I think I read somewhere in the morning that Martial was ill. He didn't train today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
there's
he also might get a 3-match ban because of that Negrito.
Cavani.
Yeah.
And a fine.
Wow.
And a fine. So there's no guarantee. We can't say. We can only speculate for now.
I think in an ideal world, I would start Cavani and put Martial on the left and Rashford on the right.
Wow.
Just that movement we saw in that second half from El Matador.
It's not Cavani anymore. Now it's El Matador, bro.
Gunman. The movement is so different from what Greenwood offers, from what Martial offers. All these players want the football to their feet, but Cavani showed them a different way. Run up on nyuma.
Wow.
Showed them a different way. God is teaching them.
I'm a happy guy.
Jalas, we also need a last opinion on Pogba. Because
Pogba,
everyone-
you see,
everyone-
at any given time,
uh-huh.
unless you are an undersea welder, everybody is replaceable. You know why undersea welders are not replaceable?
Why?
Because they are very few. There are very few. People have mastered the art of using electricity under the water to test if a ship is leaking. You understand? And it's a small family, you understand? And they've never told anyone how they go with electricity huko chini ya maji.
Wachoyo sana.
Unajua? You get, it's like
Choyo sana,
KFC,
sindio?
KFC recipe. You get what I mean? Not everybody knows it. You understand?
Yeah.
So there's nothing Pogba is doing that has never been done.
Jogba.
Pogba thinks he's bigger than the club. You understand?
Oh, okay.
That is where
Wasikia?
the problem is.
Wasikia?
But then truth is,
Mimi-
let him just relax and
I'm
do
not,
his thing.
I'm not,
Just
I'm not
do
chatting too much.
do
Go
what
back to
you're being
basics.
paid.
Go back to
Just go to
basics.
basics. Everybody who ever went back to basics, trained, played, worked, respected the club and everything, has always made it.
All right,
And that
fair
is
enough.
at that point why I have so much respect to somebody like CR7. Wherever, anywhere he goes,
Work ethic.
let's go back to basics. Let's work.
Even when he's off form, he goes back to, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that is one thing that you'll never take from me. Humility, hard work, and just patience and everything.
I don't think humility has it, but okay, fine. CR7, now Pogba, you know, they're both cocky guys. They both know how talented they are. But yes or no, keep or sell Pogba? Sorry, are you keeping or are you selling Pogba?
No, it's him to decide what he wants.
Nah,
The
it's up
club
to
is
him.
at a point where if you want us to sell, you will sell. If you want to stay, you stay.
That's
And I think Van der Beek is a good replacement. Because I think he is a possible replacement for Pogba.
I think he's a great player, by the way. Donny
where-
van de Beek. I think he's a wonderful player.
amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
Wonderful player.
Then you see,
I would pay 60 million to have him.
the other thing I like about the new kids who come in, the new squad at Manchester, this is their dreams.
Yeah.
These are their dreams.
Yeah,
They've
yeah.
never been anywhere and done a lot out there. This is their dream club.
This is the top.
This is the top of what they've ever done. So they're doing this. You see, Pogba, kitilimfurisha kichwa ni kwenda huko
Serie A.
Serie A, alafu he did his thing there, came back and there was all
World Cup
glamour.
winner
Boom.
now. Now World Cup winner.
World Cup win. He's such a great player.
Yeah.
But attitude, mentality, and everything.
He needs to go back to the basics.
All right, quickly we wrap up with final tributes. Last week we didn't get to talk about it because, well, Diego Maradona, hadn't passed on at the time. He's passed on Wednesday last week. And it's a sad day. I think it was a sad day. It's a sad, massive, massive loss in my opinion, especially for us guys in Onetwo TV, man. You obviously saw him
Yeah.
a lot longer than I did. You know, you're old as hell, right? You watched him in your youth.
What?
I didn't get to watch him in my youth. I only watched him on YouTube
Which,
videos.
which is the last game he ever played?
Hey, bro, that's something now only older people can tell us.
Mid
I think
90s, I think.
Saddam can tell.
90s?
Wait,
us.
what?
I think Saddam watched it.
92?
I think Saddam
Is it
watched the
92?
last game.
1990, he played at that World Cup, really?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. It's
Saddam,
much
tell us
further
about the
back.
1990 World Cup.
No, what I'll tell you about is his death apparently. Remember when he had a surgery? He had a brain tumor, something. He had a surgery, successful one. Apparently, a week before he died, he fell and hurt his head.
You
And
don't
then they
remember the
didn't
video? You don't remember the video of people cheering him on outside the hospital?
Yeah, that was after his surgery.
That was after his surgery,
Yeah.
right? I wanna.
So after the surgery, he fell down apparently, and then his doctor came. He didn't suggest do a CT scan.
Aye.
So now he's an investigation for manslaughter.
You see, truth is, with all due respect and everything, Maradona is a legend. Is everything football is. He gave us the best in the beautiful game.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But then there's a time we can't lie that when he got into drugs and everything, that was the beginning of his
His end. To be honest.
his end.
Napoli might even change their stadium name to.
It's confirmed.
It's confirmed, huh? So, very sad day. And yeah, it's just sad to see another legend go. Okay, that's pretty much it from us, I think. There's going to be a big game over the weekend. Arsenal versus Spurs away from home. The
Well,
North London derby.
Well, one team is fast, the other one is 14th. I don't think it's a big game.
It's
but-
a massive game.
Okay.
It's, by the way, the highest scoring derby in English football. So, yeah.
Arsenal is not even one of the top clubs in London anymore. So
Bro, Arsenal, what do you mean? London is red. You don't remember when we won the FA Cup?
London is white.
That makes no sense. All right, so thank you so much for tuning in again. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next week.